Welcome back to London Beautiful Life, and today we're at the National Reality TV Awards 2025 at the Porchester Hall.
Hi, firstly, congratulations.
Thank you, I'm beside myself.
Were you expecting to win?
Definitely not, you must be joking. The show's only been going since the last week of March, it's only July, and we're up against all the greats, Graham Norton, Jonathan Ross, Alan Titch, and absolutely everything. So I was thinking, I had this kind of knot in my stomach of kind of nerves, and I was trying to give myself a sharp talking to, like, don't be silly, you absolutely don't stand a chance, show's brand new, never good. And then, here it is, we did. So it's one of those extraordinary moments. I'm shaking, and I'm thrilled to bits, and it's lovely for the team, and it's lovely for me, and it's lovely for the audience, and I'm just delighted.
So far, on your show, who's been your favourite guest to have so far?
That is very difficult to say. I've had lovely guests. I've loved lots of them. I loved, for example, Prue Leak was wonderful, absolutely great. I had Lorraine Chase, where you wafted here from Paradise, no Luton Airport. She was absolutely marvellous. I've had, Olympians like Sally Gunnell and Sharon Davis.
Selling Sunset.
Yes, exactly. Selling Sunset, she was good. And also my lovely Strictly partner James Jordan's a very great guest. And I've loved my guests, actually. We managed to have a good chat with everybody and really find out something about them that we didn't necessarily know before. And it's very unscripted, you never know what's going to happen, and that's the fun of it.
Obviously, for people that don't know much about having your own chat show, how much would you like to say do you have in your own chat show?
I think I have quite a lot to say. I've been doing this for quite a long time. And so I think I kind of know by now what makes a good story, but I also don't want to fall into that trap of, you're quite experienced and you think you know best than everyone else, because that isn't the case. Young people have different views, different input, and you never want to get to the stage where you think you're the big old I am and you think everybody must do what you say, because that's a terrible mistake to do. I've seen other people make that mistake in this business, and every business mustn't do that. So always be open. Always. The other day we did a subject I didn't want to do it. I said I don't think that's a good one. I don't really want to do it. Anyway, they convinced me. We did it. It went brilliantly, and I said on the show I didn't want to do this. I was wrong. The team were right. I was right to this. They were absolutely right to lean on me to do it, and they were. And it was only the other day. So I am across everything. I do suggest lots of the ideas, but I certainly don't veto, and I'm very open. And if anyone's got a better idea than me, bring it on. Bring it on. Yeah.
When it comes to Love Island as well, how was it? You went on the first ever series to then All Stars. What was that like?
Just absolutely crazy. Getting to do it twice was like, I never thought I'd get that experience. I felt like going back in, I was a little bit older, maybe I was too old. I was a little bit more like guarded and stuff like that. I found love on the first one and never on the second one, but both amazing experiences, and I'm so glad I got to do it again.
If you could change any experience from All Stars and relay it back to the first series, what would it be?
In what way? Because with All Stars, I kind of just wish maybe they would have put a few more older lads in, things like that. But what do you mean by...
So kind of like if you could have maybe more of the people from Series 1 into All Star.
I mean, the thing with Series 1, it was just so unfiltered, so we didn't have a clue what we were doing. No one was we didn't know if people were watching it or anything, so it was just a ball. But All Stars, obviously, we knew what we were going in for, but still amazing. And
what would you say welfare was like from Series 1 to All Stars? Do you reckon it's progressed better, the welfare?
Yeah, a lot. The welfare now is just, I always found the welfare was very good from ITV. I do think they give a lot of support, and especially now it's really spot on, with the aftercare. You've got counselling whenever you need it, they're always checking up on you still to this day, so I can't fault the aftercare.
Oh yeah, and also when it comes to you, are you still living in Liverpool?
Yeah, well I was in Essex for 7 years, but I'm back in Liverpool now, yeah.
What's that like, being obviously a mummy as well? So what's it like having the mummy life in Liverpool?
Do you know what? Wouldn't change it for the world. Being a mum is the best thing in the world. My Reggie's 5 now. I'm so happy to be home. Nowhere is like Scousland, I'll never move again. And I'm just so grateful I've got my mum and dad that help me out a lot, so I can still work and do things.
Well, first time mums, what advice would you give them?
do you know what? First time mums, see, I'm a single mum, but first time mums, you know, you just need to like get into your own groove with everything. You know, I think people get really overwhelmed with it, but just make sure you make time for yourself as well, because that is so important.
What was it like being in that castle?
It was such an amazing experience. It was like, especially arriving, it was like, oh, I'm in the castle that I've seen on TV, like it is like this. It was really cool. It was just magical.
Do you reckon, I'm sure you got the asked this question quite a lot, but do you reckon you put on extra pressure by putting on a Welsh accent?
I know I put on extra pressure by doing the Welsh accent. It was really tough. But I think it kept me in game mode, and I think maybe it helped.
So we only see 55 minutes, but did you ever slip up with that Welsh accent?
I think I probably did slip up a few times, but not that anyone noticed. You know, no one ever questioned it. In fact, I got so confused in my head that sometimes when I was sat in the kind of confessional diary room, I would forget which voice to use. It was so confusing.
So a question people ask me, and I don't know why they assume I would know, is when you do those confessionals pieces to camera, are they are they filmed a different day? Are they filmed on the same day, or are you allowed to say?
I'm probably not allowed to say, but all I would say is it's done very fairly. So even if you're a traitor or not a traitor, you're always pulled in the same amount. So you can't ever be like, oh, so-and-so's disappeared, they must be doing a confessional. You know, you can't think like that. You just have to live the game. But yeah, it's done very well.
Does it get was it also quite mentally draining? Because you're constantly thinking, who could be, I mean, you were a traitor at one point, but constantly thinking, who is the traitor? And then did you ever question yourself as well, being like, well, they probably think I'm a traitor and I'm not?
Yeah, it's so mentally draining. Genuinely, it's a real mental workout, because I think everyone there wants to play the game well and wants to survive. And in order to do that, you do have to think kind of a couple of steps ahead, and if we vote for this person, that person. So it's like a mental workout. It's like playing a game of chess, but with live human beings. And then everything keeps changing all the time because new rules get invented, and so yeah, it's really good.
Would you ever do an All-Stars if there was one? Which I think there will be.
If there was an All-Stars, I would definitely be tempted. I would definitely be tempted. And maybe just so it's done in a way that they can't just vote you off because you were a traitor last time. It's got to be fair.
For anyone that wants to go on that show, what advice would you give them?
I would just say, be yourself, because that is what builds relationships with people, and that's what genuinely means you come away with friendships. But be prepared to also be ruthless, and you will have to go against friends, and you will have to go against people that you really like, because if you want to win, you've kind of got to take cards. So yeah.
When it comes to looking for a place in London, obviously you have to find the right place, especially for the safety reasons. How difficult has that been?
Do you know what? Quite difficult, but we had a bit of luck because we knew someone who was moving out. Who knew someone basically, so we got a bit lucky.
Yeah.
Can we see you guys doing a podcast together, hosting your own podcast?
What's that, sorry?
Hosting your own podcast, having your own studio in your house?
Abby would love to. I think Abby would make a great podcast. She's got such a good personality, and she's got such good gossip and tea. I think she'd be amazing at it.
Yeah, I really want to do a podcast. Since even before Love Island, I've always wanted to do one. And my uncle was actually a radio presenter, so he was on Capital.
Yeah, she's a natural.
So it's always been something I've wanted to done, radio or podcasting or something like that. So I would like to do it.
Oh, look who's finally turned up! Oh my word!
Guys, I'm gate crashing in the booth. What? Hello.
Hi Reuben, how are you?
How are you? Okay? Oh, that's right. Oh, hello.
We're just talking about them moving in. Are you going to gate crash their moving in party?
When they move in, you've got a sofa with my name written on it, pretty much. I'm staying there all day, every day.
Well, it's thanks to him that we're together anyway.
Yeah, literally, I'm not going to lie, I get right. See, I get first dibs, because literally.
Would you ever let them set you up on a... Reuben, would you let them set you up on a blind date?
Pardon?
Would you let them set you up on a blind date?
Ooh. There might be a few chickens here. You never know. You might.
Chickens.
You know what? I think it's about time I find love. They can repay the favour.
I'm real.
Sweet.
And then lastly, for you guys, what can we expect going forward when it comes to obviously moving in? But would you do any more TV stuff, or have you got any more modelling gigs or anything coming up?
But I've always been a free spirit, so if I had an opportunity to do something else, I'd probably take it. As long as it's challenging and it's a good laugh and I'm not too busy, you know what I mean?
Or maths.
Yeah.
They're behind you.
I can do a dating one now.
No dating. So
Actually, if there's one show you could do from this, what the shows are up for an award today, which one would it be? That isn't Maths or Love.
Do you know what? I'm a fan of Traitors, you know? I'm a fan of Traitors, are you?
yeah, I'd either want to do Traitors or Big Brother. I've just watched Big Brother my whole life. It feels.
Or a bit of the SAS, love a bit of SAS.
Yeah, I couldn't do SAS, definitely not.
If they make the jungle vegan friendly, I'll do that.
Vegan?
No, vegetarian, but got an egg I might eat, do you know what I mean? But
He's a vegan.
yeah, he's vegan,
the
yeah.
vegan, the veggie, and the carnivore.
Vegan gang.
Talking about Towie, firstly, what is it like working on Towie and being a cast member on it?
Towie's the best job ever. I love being a cast member on Towie. It's so much fun. No 2 days are the same, and yeah, I love it.
Well, when it comes to the drama side, I know it's very dramatic. Do you guys get good welfare when it comes? Because sometimes it can be very intense.
Yeah, our welfare team are incredible. Everyone from producers to cast members, we have the best team in the industry, definitely.
So I know like filming can be quite spragmatic throughout the year. However, the show is constantly on air 24/7. If I wanted to watch it tonight at 2 a.m, I can watch it. Can that be a bit weird when you start seeing stuff all the time about you?
Do you know what? I've been in the industry since I was 20 years of age. Obviously, I started on The Circle, so seeing myself on TV is something that I've got used to. But no, I like it. It's a good feeling.
What would you say are the comparisons between The Circle and Towie? Because The Circle was quite dramatic as well.
The Circle, I mean, I will make anything dramatic. But what's the difference? Obviously, The Circle's fixed rig, Towie's cameraman, so it is something you've got to get used to and adapt to, but it's good.
For people that want to be a reality star as well, what advice would you give them?
Just be you. Always.
Is it quite easy to fake it?
It might feel easy to fake it, but the producers can see through it.
When it comes to Made in Chelsea, how do you sometimes think when you start a new series again and the drama cut kicks off again, do you sometimes think to yourself, why have I put myself in this situation?
Yeah, every single series. Literally every time I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Like, why? Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, this is really weird. Do you know what I mean? This is like a really weird job to have, but ultimately, like, it is a lot of fun. And some of the people I've met through it have been like fantastic. So yeah, I've got a couple more series in me, I think.
Do you ever get Becca on? Becca, would you do it?
I love Becca to come on. She'd be fantastic.
I do it with Angus.
Yeah.
I love Angus.
Are you currently filming the new series right now then?
Yeah, so we're doing series 30. So it's a bit of a milestone for us.
Wait, you've been on for 30 series?
Yep, 30 series. Yeah. And yeah, it's already extremely dramatic. Lots of drama's already taken place. So it's going to be a really good series.
So when it comes to welfare, and actually when it comes to people that want to be on reality shows, they don't realise the downside of it, such as the social media backlash. How do you guys deal with that?
I think it's having really good people around you that you can vent to. Becca's been like a rock to me for however many years. She's been like my
therapist.
She's been like, you know, she's my best friend. So if I'm ever getting down, it's being able to admit that you're affected by something and not pretend that you're not bothered by it. Everyone gets bothered by it, you know. So I think, and also don't take it seriously as well. You know, remember there's more to life than being on TV, and there's more to life than people's comments on social media. But yeah, good people. And perspective, I think, is really important.
You have a show out which is also up for an award. Tell us more about that.
We got 2 nominations for Real Rivals, and I am so excited. I'm the host and executive producer of the show, and it's, picture this, porn stars, the top porn stars, fishing. Did I get you there?
Yeah, no, I need to see the show. It sounds fun.
It's all PG, and we're just catching the craziest fish out there. We've got some 10-foot sharks and just insane fishing, better content than Nat Geo, but with porn stars. Yeah.
So when it comes to choosing the porn stars as well, do you have to go to the ones that are very PR trained, not like, or does it matter which porn star it is?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. I feel like if you get for the top of the porn stars, they're up there for a reason. They're awesome people, and they're often misunderstood and misrepresented, so it's super cool to give a platform to these people and have them on these mainstream platforms.
So I think it was yesterday or today, the Bonnie Blue documentary is coming out. What's your thoughts on Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips?
About which?
Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips. And would you ever get them on the show?
I think women are going to be sexualized regardless, so you might as well get that bag. I also see that we often blame women for a lot of things, but the men are still out there, going to meet these people and all of that. So why is it only one side? Yeah.
Of course. Also, who was more fun? Was it the male guys or the female porn stars who gave in the best content and the funniest content?
I think it was kind of a both thing. It was kind of hard to find the male talent who were down to go on this kind of show, but it was really cool to see both of them. We put like guys versus girls, and it was really cool to see that kind of interaction because usually they have very different interactions than just going on the ocean fishing. So it was awesome to see them just fishing instead of all of the other stuff that they do.
Now, how would you say that love in real life compares to love in the Love Island villa?
Oh, mate, in reality, it's completely different. In the villa, you don't know what's going on. It's like an experiment, to be honest with you. Yeah. But yeah, it's easy to find a connection in there very quickly, but when you come out of the villa, that's what's really genuine, and you know that. Yeah. It's much easier to build a connection in person, in normal environments, opposed to being confined in a space. So, yeah, you can't really compare it, but I can see why people fall in love. It does work, but for me, it's better in real life. In natural environments.
Yeah. So Patsy was a no-go then in the end.
To be fair, mate, I was a little bit intimidated by Patsy because she's so good. I was out of my league. Do you know what I mean? So I was punching. Yeah. So I didn't want to go there.
Patsy is a lovely lady. Patsy, we love you, Patsy.
10 out of 10.
Can we please meet up soon? Hopefully she's coming tonight.
Mate, she's bang on you, mate. I'll tell you now. That's an exclusive.